Destination Deanna. I'm Deanna, love guide to all and kept wife strategist to the women I'm called to serve. Please consider my channel your self-help learning library for love. Join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for our weekly coaching gem, where I give guidance to elevate your love experience. And on Wednesdays at 1 p.m., tune in for Sounds About Wife, where I give my unique wife perspective and prepare professional women like you to become kept wives. So hit that subscribe button and let's start this love journey together. See you soon, my loves. Welcome back. I'm welcoming you back. Welcome me back. Happy 2025, my loves. It's a new year, new energy, and today is my son Sire's 7th birthday. I feel like just yesterday he was born, and now he's 7. He's getting so tall and so big, and we're just so excited to celebrate him. So we're here, right? We are here. I'm officially back. So every Monday, I will be here with another coaching gem for your growing crown, ladies and gentlemen, right? So today's lesson, we're just going to kick off the year. For those of you who don't know who I am and you're new to the channel, I am Deanna. I am the Kept Wife Strategist. So I am a relationship coach and author. But I specifically want to aspire more women of color to become kept wives. So I do that by sharing my life, sharing the lessons that I've learned, and really just inspiring them to be kept, right? But on Mondays, the lessons are very general, so anybody can listen in. Fellas, I'm here for you too. Listen, I'm equal opportunity. So let's get into what today's lesson is. I like to call this kind of our self-love reboot. As we go into 2025, I want us to have a refreshed, renewed view on just love. And what better way to really kick it off than to focus on self? So today we're going to be talking about how to fall back in love with yourself and embrace your single season. Embrace your single season. Who's excited about that? I know I am, right? So I always like to start the lesson by giving you my intention. What's the goal of this lesson? Well, really, I'm here to help you see your single season as something more than just alone time or seeing it negatively, like as a place you can't wait to get out of, right? I want you to see it as like your personal playground for self-discovery, self-love, and self-improvement, right? Think of 2025 as the year you dial back into you to make every single moment count for your growth and happiness. So, just because I like to always be clear, let me tell you who I'm not talking to, right? And what I'm not saying. So you can save your time in the comments to only spread love, okay? So I'm not saying that you should lock yourself in a room and swear off dating forever, right? We're not going from single and ready to mingle to single and bitter. Like, that's what we're not doing. I'm not telling you to be a recluse and turn into a hermit. No, this is about living your best life now and not hiding from love or the world, right? I'm also not pretending that being single is always just a walk in the park and always positive, right? The truth of the matter is it can get lonely at times. But guess what? Loneliness can be a great catalyst for growth if you let it. And I always like to speak from a place of we're in this together, right? Yes, I'm the strategist, I'm the coach. You come here to get some advice and some guidance, but please know that I'm you, right? I am you. I have either experienced these things before or I've coached them um, through my clients for years. I've been a coach for over 10 years now. So I always like to share my experience so you know that we're in this together, right? And I understand from firsthand experience. So in general, like I was going to tell you about a specific client, but then God brought to my remembrance that this happens pretty often. Women come to me and they are like obsessed with finding the one, right? They want to get married. Hey, I'm the kept wife strategist. It makes sense to me, right? Come on. However, they come to me in a space of sometimes borderline desperation and they're exhausted from the dating apps, from going on these dates that lead nowhere, from really feeling like it's not going to happen, right? And as we start to focus on self, as we start to like dig up the things that they've experienced before and how they are impacting how they see the world, see men, see dating, it starts to like they almost start to self-correct and self-direct. Like they stop obsessing over dating and being found by the man and all of that. And they find joy in the journey of loving on themselves, right? Once you start focusing on like your habits, your habits, your health, your friendships, you're literally going to start to glow. You're going to improve in every manner, right? And that glow is actually what ends up attracting the relationship and love that you actually desire, right? So that's what we're going to get into today, right? That's today's lesson. Today's lesson, because I don't think I know it all. I don't think I'm the authority. I just know that I know a lot, right? I've experienced a lot. I've helped many different women in different seasons, different backgrounds, different career paths, all of that stuff, right? So when I talk about today's lesson, what I'm really doing is telling you what to consider. When you're here, I want you to have an open mind so that you can consider different perspectives. We're talking about how to fall back in love with yourself. So I'm going to mention 4 things today that can encourage you to focus on self because it's an improvement, right? So these are 4 things that I want you to consider. I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at the comments. Trying to sneak and listen at work. I love it. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Alice. And then Akila, I think I'm about to be back single. I've been with my boyfriend 3 months, but I think I'm losing interest due to his lack of masculinity, and I don't know what to do. Well, Akila, you are in the right place, right? Because, hold on. Let me get this together about what I'm really going to say, right? I don't tell people to break up, to divorce. I don't tell people what to do. All I do is share perspectives and give you things to consider. And one thing I know for sure about us women, we will give men a chance, right? We want to think the best of them. We want to give them every opportunity to get it right. However, I work on, women finding their femininity and making femininity their default. And a big part of femininity is trusting yourself, right? We are very intuitive. And oftentimes when we go through certain things that we don't desire to, it's because we did not listen to ourselves. So I would just encourage you to think about what is creating these feelings for you. You seem very clear, right? There's a lack of masculinity. I always say, look at yourself first. Are you creating an environment? Are you leaving open space for masculinity by operating in your feminine? If you would like to talk about this more, Akila, I welcome you to book an introductory guidance call with me. I have a special going only until the 15th of this month. That's Wednesday. Book a call with me and we can spend 30 minutes hashing it out, coming up with an exact strategy. And at the end of the call, if you decide like, Deanna, you're my person, I want to work with you, we can talk about that. If not, you are going to leave the call with a strategy. So it's a win-win situation. Okay, so let's get to the 4 things that I want you to consider today. Number 1, self-love boosts success, right? It boosts success. So what's the translation of that, right? Loving on yourself is not just like this warm and fuzzy idea. It's actually a way to upgrade your life. The moment you start focusing on yourself, improving yourself, everything around you responds to that. You start attracting better experiences. You start attracting better treatment. And it all starts with yourself. So if you want to see more success in your career, the job that you have, your friendships, any of that, please know that you can boost that by loving on yourself more. And there was actually a study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology. It found that individuals who actively practice self-compassion and self-love, they have higher life satisfaction. So overall, they are more satisfied in their lives. It all starts with ourselves, right? Number 2, your single season is not a waiting room. Shift your perspective from waiting for love to preparing for love, right? Simple shift in perspective can really change how you feel about this single season. So instead of like counting the days until a partner arrives, or lamenting over, the poor dates or what's happening or how lonely you are, you can celebrate every moment that you invest in yourself, your dreams, your goals, your mental peace. You can celebrate that. And then this single season actually becomes a time of joy, right? It's a time of preparation that you enjoy. You're so welcome, Akila. Oh, my honey's here. You made it. Hi, baby. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, honey. And number 3, intentional effort counts. Okay. So whether it's traveling solo, taking up a new hobby, or just spending quiet time, journaling, visiting the spa, these aren't just cute activities to do. Think of them as investments in your emotional stock, right? That's the one that pays dividends when the right person shows up. When you have spent time focusing on yourself, finding out what makes you happy, thinking of things that you enjoy to do on your own, then when you meet someone, first of all, you have things to talk about. You're exciting. Second of all, you're not leeching on to them. Right? Nobody wants someone who is like super clingy, doesn't have their own life. Well, the way that you make sure you don't show up that way is during your single season, put intentional effort into yourself. Not only is it going to make you feel better in the moment, like during the season that you're single and by yourself, it's actually going to pay off dividends when you do meet your person. You're going to be more well-rounded. You're going to be self-sufficient and not needy. Okay. Number 4, the final thing, mindset over mood, right? If you're seeing your single season as a punishment, you'll show up like you're being punished, right? You're not going to show up as your happiest self. You're not going to put forth that much effort. It's going to feel like you're just dreading each day. So if you see your single season as your growth season, your season for preparation, you will show up like, a boss. Like you're the CEO of you, right? You are the CEO of you. You are responsible. I just look at my locks. Those who have been with me for years, you see the growth and development of the locks. But yes, you will show up as a boss, the CEO of your own life, the master of your own happiness and success. And let me tell you, that's sexy. Having the right mindset is going to attract the right type of partner. So again, your single season really needs to be more about embracing that time. Embracing it as a time of preparation, embracing it as a time for you to just get to know yourself better and to enjoy it. Now, here's kind of like, your self-investment time. I want you to ask yourself a few questions. And this is your opportunity for self-reflection. If you are like me, you are a journaler. So I'm going to give you some questions for self-reflection, or that you can use as actual journal prompts, right? So if you're taking notes, now would actually be the time. Let me give you a moment to go ahead and get your notes together. Okay, Akila, let me see. I love that. I no longer feel terrible about being single. It should be used for preparation. Absolutely. It's a great time. And I mean, listen, I love being partnered and it's amazing. I have a great partner. So I love my life, right? I still have solo time and all of the good stuff, but there's nothing like the time when you don't have to consider someone else in your actions and in how you're spending your time. So you want to take advantage of that. The minute you become a part of a partnership, now you have to consider someone else, right? If you wanted to spend, 3 hours a week at the spa, that might not be as easy to do when you're building a life with someone. There might be other things, shared things, and different things that you have to consider when you're a partner. So utilize your single time well. Thank you, honey. I was like, let me wear blue for Sire. His favorite color. Let me wear blue for him today. Thank you so much, baby. So what are these journal prompts? Let's go ahead and get into them. Number 1, am I seeing my single status as a curse or an opportunity? It could be single status or single season, however you want to phrase it. Am I seeing my single status as a curse or an opportunity? And let me just tell you, you're not going to get anywhere by not being honest when you're journaling, right? And it's between you and yourself. So there's no one that can judge what you're writing, what you're saying. It's a time for reflection. And in reflecting, the more transparent you can be, the more you're going to grow. Okay. Number 2, do I actively schedule time for self-care, reflection, or fun that's just for me? Or are you scheduling things for your friends, the kids' activities, all of the things for the people you care about, the people in your life, the things you're responsible for? Do I actively schedule time for self-care, reflection, or fun that's just for me? Number 3, what's one new thing I can try this month that will push me out of my comfort zone? What's one new thing I can try this month that will push me out of my comfort zone? Number 4, when was the last time I indulged in a passion or hobby just because? Not for any particular reason, but just because. So when was the last time I indulged in a passion or hobby just because? See, and I'm feeling a little convicted. I'm like, when was the last time I did that? I need to schedule some diamond painting time. So number 5, do I even know who I am without the title of girlfriend, wife, or partner? What can I do to explore that? If you don't do any of the other prompts, this is the one you really need. Do I even know who I am without the title of girlfriend, wife, or partner, and what can I do to explore that? So listen, before I summarize this and, give you the coaching gem for you to keep, I just want to always invite you to take the lesson further. And how can you take the lesson further? You talk with someone, right? Someone who is a professional that can listen to you, that can also give you some guidance, but they are unbiased, right? Your friends are not going to do this. Your mom's not going to do this. They love you. They're going to pacify you. They're going to agree with you. Not me. I'm going to listen to you, hear you out, empathize with you, and then I'm going to say, let's talk about some strategy. Let's talk about what you can do, right? So if you want to make the most of your single season and you want to make this a season of preparation, so when your person comes along, you are prepared. You have properly loved on yourself, so you are not giving from a place of depletion. You are giving from a place of overflow. I want you to take advantage of my New Year intro guidance call special. I only do this once a year, usually at the beginning of the year, to help everyone get a head start on the year, right? To do a guidance call with me is usually an hour and it's $300. I offer this intro because it's just a tidbit, right? It's just enough so that you can get heard, get some strategy, and maybe see if I'm the person that should journey with you. So go to destinationdeanna.com. You can click on the top banner and that will take you right to the link to reserve your spot. Once you reserve your spot, you'll be sent the availabilities for the rest of the month. The special ends on the 15th, so you have to book by then, but you have 30 days to actually book your session. Okay? So please, if you're excited, if you would like some guidance, some assistance, some strategy on making this your year for love and preparing during your single season, not just begrudgingly waiting, let me assist you. Now, here is the coaching gem, right? And this is what I want you to take from this lesson, okay? Your single season isn't a lonely layover. It's Destination Deanna. I like my little travel analogies, right? It's a first class flight back to you. In 2025, fall back in love with yourself, right? First, and watch how effortlessly the rest of your life falls into place, right? I want you to start thinking of self-love as not an option, not something optional that maybe you could do. It really needs to be seen as the foundation for everything else. Let me see. I got some comments. Yeah. Okay, my husband. Thank you. Yeah. So, Akila, you feeling me? That was the question. And I'm sure it was, do I even know who I am without the title of girlfriend, wife, or partner? Yeah, that's the one. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Please remember, God is love. We are of God. So attracting love should be easy, especially when you have me as your guide. And for all of my aspiring kepties, my women that desire to be a kept wife, first kept by God, and then next kept by your keeper husband. Please tune in on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for Sounds About Wife. That lesson is specifically for women that are preparing to be kept wives. All right, so I will see you all then. Love you.